Hello, students and my dear friends. I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. So, this is part 4 video on the chapter of profit and loss, where I will continue solving the problems of exercise 10A on the chapter of profit and loss from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. In this video, I will complete the remaining problems, that is problem number 26 to problem number 34. So this video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for Class 8 following the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. If you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed, if you are watching my videos regularly and my videos are beneficial to you, then I strongly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's get started with this video. Okay, so I have the problems 26 to 34 on the left hand side of exercise 10A, and on the right hand side I will solve the problem. I hope the fonts of the problems are big enough so that you can read them. Uh, and after solving a problem, I will pause for a few seconds so that you can take a screenshot of the solution if you think it will be beneficial. Okay, so let's start solving the problems uh, 26 to 34. So problem number 20. Problem number 26 says, if the selling price of a flower vase is 5 by 6 of its cost price, find the lost percent. Okay, so let the cost price, that is CP, let the cost price of flower vase be X. I'm ignoring the currency symbol unit, that is rupees. I hope it will be understood. So let the cost price of flower vase be X. Then it is given that the selling price is 5 by 6 of its cost price. So this implies selling price of flower vase is equal to 6 by 5 of X of X. This is equal to 6x by 5. Okay, now it is asking find the loss percent. Now definitely why, oh sorry, it was not 6 by 5 but 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 is definitely less than 1, hence 5x by 6 is less than x. So this 5x by 6 is less than x, because the fraction 5 by 6 is less than x. So this implies that SP is less than CP. This implies loss we know is equal to CP minus SP, which is equal to x minus 5x by 6. This is equal to x by 6. This implies loss percent is equal to loss by cost price multiplied by 100, this much percentage. So loss is x by 6, cost price is x as per our assumption, and this is multiplied by 100, this much percentage. This after simplification becomes x multiplied by 100 divided by 6 multiplied by x, this much percentage. So x cancels out and we have 100 by 6, which after simplification is 50 by 3. So this is 50 by 3 percentage. Now whenever you have a percentage value as an improper fraction, always convert it as a mixed fraction. So this will be 16 and 2/3 percentage. So this is the loss percentage. Okay, let's do problem number 27. By selling a bouquet for rupees 322, a florist gains 15%. At what price should he at what price should he sell it to gain 25%? So it is given that by selling a bouquet for rupees 322, a florist gains 15%. Okay, so from here we can definitely find the cost price. So uh, and the question is uh, at what price must he sell it to gain at what price should he sell it to gain 25%? So it is given SP is given to be equal to rupees 322, and gain percent gain percent is given to be 15%. So we know that if there is a gain, we know that SP is equal to gain percent more than CP. This means 100 plus gain percent of CP. This is equal to, now gain percent is given to be 15%. So 100 plus 15% of CP. Over here, there will be a percentage. So 100 plus gain percent, this much percent of CP. So this becomes 115% of CP, which is equal to 115% means 115 by 100 multiplied by CP. This implies the selling price is given to be 322. So we have 115 divided by 100 multiplied by CP is equal to 322. So this implies from here we can find out what is CP. CP is 322 multiplied by 100 divided by 115. Okay, 5 divides 115 with 23. 5 divides 100 with 20. I guess 23 will divide 322. Mm, 992. Yes, it is 14. So this is equal to 280. So cost price is rupees 280. Okay, now it is asking at what price should he sell it to gain 25%. So for, we can say that for 25% gain, for 25% gain, the selling price must be equal to 25% more than CP, which is equal to 25% more means 100 plus 25% of CP. This is equal to 125% of CP, which is equal to 125 divided by 100 multiplied by CP, which is equal to, CP we know is 280. So this will be 125 by 100 multiplied by 280. Okay, so 25 divides 100 with 4, 25 divides 125 with 5, and then 4 divides 280 with 70. This is equal to 350. So rupees uh, the if so the bucket if sold at rupees 350, there will be a gain of 25%. Okay, let's solve question number 28. By selling an umbrella for rupees 336, a shopkeeper loses 4%. At what price must he sell it to gain 4%? Okay, so the selling price is given to be equal to 336, and the loss percent is given to be 4%. So when the selling price is rupees 336 of the umbrella, the loss percent is 4%. Now we know that if there is a loss, the selling price, if there is a loss, the selling price has to be equal to loss percent less than CP. This is the basic concept of formula. This is equal to, for this problem, uh, 4% less than CP, which is equal to 100. 4% less means 100 minus 4, this much percent of CP. This is equal to 96% of CP, and this is equal to 96 by 100 multiplied by CP. So this implies that SP is given to be 336. So we have 336 is equal to 96 by 100 multiplied by CP. So this implies CP is equal to 336 multiplied by 100 divided by 96. This is equal to uh, 4 divides 336 with 84. 4 divides 96 with 24. Okay. Uh, 12 divides 84 with 7. 12 divides 24 with 2. And we have 50. This is equal to 350. So the cost price of the umbrella is rupees 350. Okay. Now it is asking at what price must he sell it to gain 4%. So for gain of 4%, selling price must be equal to 4% more than cost price. This is equal to 4% more means 100 plus 4% of cost price. Cost price is 350. This is equal to 104% of 350. Now please note that I am ignoring the unit of currency, that is rupees symbol. So all these 350 and this 350 is basically, and 336, these are all in rupees. So this becomes 104 divided by 100 multiplied by 350. This is equal to 4 divides 104 with 26. 4 divides 100 with 25, and 25 divides 350 with 14. So we have to multiply 26 and 14. 24. This is 364. 364. So the selling price has to be rupees 364 so as to make a gain of 4%. Let's solve question number 29. A radio is sold for rupees 3,120 at a loss of 4%. So the selling price is given and the loss percent is given. So definitely we can find the cost price. Now it is, what is the question? The question is, what will be the gain or loss percent if it is sold for 3445? Okay. So selling price is given to be equal to 3120. Uh, and when the selling price was rupees 3120, there was a loss percent is equal to 4%. Now let's from here find the cost price. This implies since there is a loss, selling price has to be 4% less than cost price. This is equal to 4% less means 104 minus 4% of cost price. This is equal to 96% of cost price. This is equal to 96 by 100 multiplied by CP. So this implies SP we know is to be 3120. 3120 is equal to 96 by 100 multiplied by CP. So from here we will get CP, that is the cost price, is equal to 3120 multiplied by 100 divided by 96. And 4 divides 96 with 24. 4 divides 3120 with 728, 780, and 12, 4 divides 24 with 6, 4 divides 780 with no, 32, 4, 38, 4 divides 780 with 1, 9, 5. Okay. 3 divides 6 with 2. 3 divides 195 with 65. Okay. So this is equal to 6, 5 multiplied by 100 divided by 2. This is equal to 50. This is equal to 0, 25, 3250. So the cost price is rupees 3,250. Okay. Now the question is at what will be the gain or loss percent if it is sold for 3445. So if SP is equal to 3445, this implies we know that 3445 is definitely greater than the cost price, that is 3250. So we will have a gain. So gain will be equal to 3445 minus the cost price, which is 3250, which is equal to 5 9 1 195 rupees 195 is the gain. If the selling price is rupees 3445, the gain is rupees 195. So this implies gain percent uh, is equal to gain by cost price multiplied by 100, this much percentage. This is equal to gain is 195 multiplied by 100, cost price is 3250. So this much percentage. If you simplify, 5 divides 0 0 cancels out, 5 divides 325 with 65, 5 divides 195 with 39, 3 divides 39 with 113, 13, 3 divides 65 with, no, 3 will not divide 65. We have this. So this is equal to 39 multiplied by 10 divided by 65. 65, 396. So this is equal to 6. So there will be a gain of 6% if the selling price is 3445. Okay, let's do problem number 30. Lakshmi sold 2 sarees for rupees 1980 each. On one, she lost 10%, while on the other, she gained 10%. Find her gain or loss percent in the whole transaction. Okay, so this type of problem we have already done, like question number 23 is a similar kind of problem. So let's do it anyway. So okay, so on one she lost 10%. So the selling price of each of the two sarees is 1980. Okay, so what is find her gain or loss percent in the whole transaction? Okay, so SP of each saree is given to be equal to 1980. Now, for the saree sold at 10% loss, we have, for the saree sold at 10% loss, we must have the selling price, which is obviously 1980. If there is a loss of 10%, we must have selling price is equal to 10% less than CP, where we are considering CP is the cost price of the first saree. That is the saree that was sold at 10% loss. We are considering CP to be the cost price of that saree. So now 10% less means 100 minus 10% of CP. This is equal to 90 10% of CP, which is equal to 90 by 100 multiplied by CP, which is equal to 9 CP by 10. Now we know that both the sari, there are two saris, both the saris were sold at 1980. So we must have 1980. So we are trying to find the cost price of the sari which was sold at 10% loss. So 1980 will be equal to 9 CP by 10. This implies CP is equal to 1980 multiplied by 10 divided by 9. This is equal to uh, um, 2200. So this is the rupees 2200 is the cost price of the sari which was sold at 10% loss. Since both the saris are sold at 1980, so the cost price of the first sari which was sold at 10% loss is 220. Similarly, we have to find the cost price of the sari which was sold at 10% gain. Okay. So this CP is the cost price. Let's say CP1. CP1 is CP of sari sold at 10% loss. So we have CP1, 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 CP1 and CP1, CP1. So CP1 is the cost price of the first sari which was sold at 10% loss. Now similarly we will have to find the cost price of the sari which was sold at 10% gain. So for the sari sold at 10% gain, SP must be, selling price must be equal to 10% more than CP2, where CP2 is the cost price of the sari which was sold at 10% gain. This is equal to 10% more means 100 plus 10% of CP2. This is equal to 110% of CP2. This is equal to 110 divided by 100 multiplied by CP2. This is equal to 11 CP2 by 10. So this is the so we have this. Now we know that the selling price, both the selling price of the two saris are 1980. So we have 1980 is equal to 11 CP2 by 10. This implies CP2 is equal to 1980 multiplied by 10 divided by 11. This is 180. So this is equal to 1800. So the cost price of the sari which was sold at 10% gain is 1800. Okay, so now we have to find the overall gain or loss percent. Therefore, total CP is equal to CP1 plus CP2, which is equal to 2200 plus 1800, which is equal to 4000. Total SP is equal to 2 into 1980, since both the saris were sold at rupees 1980. So this is equal to 0 16 3960. 4000 and 3960, these are all in rupees. So we can see that the total selling price is less than the total cost price. So there will be a loss. So this implies loss is equal to total CP minus total SP. Now here total CP and total SP is nothing but the CP of two sarees and the SP of two sarees. Total cost price was 4,000 and total selling price was 3960. This is equal to 40 rupees. Loss is 40 rupees. So we have to find the loss percent. Therefore, loss percent is equal to loss divided by the total CP multiplied by 100. This much percentage. This is equal to 40 divided by the total cost price of the two sarees was 4,000 multiplied by 100. This much percentage. So this is equal to 1 percentage. So there was an overall loss of 1 percentage. Let's do problem number 31. A shopkeeper sold two fans for rupees 1140 each. On one he gains 14%, while on the other he loses 5%. Calculate his gain or loss percent in the whole transaction. I am not doing this because this is exactly the same problem like 30 and 23. So I hope you have understood how to solve this kind of problem. So I am skipping this problem number 31, same as 30 and 23. Okay, let's see what is 32. Vinod sold a watch to Arun at a gain of 12%, and Arun had to sell it to Manoj at a loss of 5%. If Manoj paid rupees 3990 for it, how much did Vinod pay for the watch? How much did Vinod pay for the watch? So, okay, so first the watch was purchased by Vinod. Then Vinod sold the watch to Arun at a gain of 12%. Okay, so let's solve the problem step by step. So now when it is asking how much did Vinod pay for the watch, basically it is asking what was the cost price of the watch. So let CP of watch be X. Actually it will be rupees X. I am ignoring the rupees symbol. So let cost price of watch be X. Okay. Now, so Vinod purchased the watch at rupees X and he sold the watch to Arun at a gain of 12%. So selling price SP of watch of Vinod, that is the selling price of the watch of Vinod will be equal to, since Vinod sold the watch to Arun at a gain of 12%, it should be 12% more than X, because X is the cost price of the watch, that is the price at which Vinod purchased the watch. And if Vinod sold the watch to Arun at a gain of 12%, then the selling price of that watch should be 12% more than X. This is equal to 100 plus 12% of X. This is equal to 112% of X. This is equal to 112 divided by 100 multiplied by X. This is the selling price of the watch sold by Vinod to Arun. So you can also see 112x by 100 as the cost price of the watch for Arun. Now it is given that Arun also sold the watch to Manoj at a loss of 5%. So uh, this implies cost price of watch for Arun is also equal to 112x by 100. Since the watch was sold by Vinod to Arun, so definitely the selling price of the watch of Vinod to Arun should be equal to the purchase price or the cost price of the watch of for Arun. Okay. So for Arun, the cost price of the watch is 112x by 100. Now Arun sold the watch to Manoj at a loss of 5%. So selling price of watch for Arun, that is the price at which Arun sold the watch to Manoj, should be equal to, since Arun sold the watch to Manoj at a loss of 5%, so selling price of watch for Arun should be 5% less 5% less than the cost price of the watch for Arun, which is 112x by 100. This is equal to 5% less means 100 minus 5% of 112x by 100. 100 minus 5 is 95% of 112x by 100. This is equal to 95 by 100 multiplied by 112x by 100. So this is the price at which Arun sold the watch to Manoj. Now it is also, this must be equal to cost price of watch for Manoj. So this is the price, that is 95 by 100 multiplied by 112x by 100. This is the price at which Manoj purchased the watch from Arun. This should be equal to, and it is also given that Manoj paid rupees 3990 for it. That is, the cost price for Manoj was 3990. So we can say this is equal to 3990. So we have the linear equation in X. That is what we are having. We are having 95 multiplied by 112 divided by 100 multiplied by 100. X is equal to 3990. From here we can say X is equal to 3990 multiplied by 100 divided by 95 multiplied by 112. Okay. Now mm, 95. Let's see. Let's start simplifying this expression. 5 divides 95 with 19. 5 divides 38, and 5 divides 100 with 20. Now 19 divides 3990 with 210. 210. Okay. And 7 divides 112 with 16. 7 divides 210 with 30. Okay, so now 4 divides 16 with 4, 4 divides 100 with 25, and finally 4 divides 20 with 5. So this is equal to 25 multiplied by 150. This is equal to uh, what is 25 multiplied by 15. We have 125 and 25, which is 375. So 3750. So rupees 3750 was the price of the watch at which Vinod purchased the watch. Okay, let's solve. Let's solve question number 33. Ahmed buys a plot of land for rupees 4,80,000. He sells 2/5 of it at a loss of 6%. That is 2/5 of the land at a loss of 6%. Okay. At what gain percent should he sell? At what gain percent should he sell the remaining part of the plot to gain 10% of the whole? Okay. So the unknown is the area of the plot. So uh, let area of plot be x. Now Ahmed buys a plot of land for rupees 4,80,000. That is, this implies CP of plot of area x is rupees 4,80,000. Now he sells two fifth of it at a loss of 6%. Now Ahmed buys a plot of land for rupees this. He sells two fifth of it at a loss of 6%. At what gain percent should he sell the remaining part of the plot to gain 10% of the whole? So I do not think the actual that is the actual cost price of the entire plot, which is 4,80,000, will be needed. Will actually be needed. Mm. Okay, so because 4,80,000 will anyway get cancelled. So let's assume, let's say, um, let let's uh, let x square feet plot. No, let area of plot be x square feet. Uh, Area of the plot be x square feet. Also let CP, that is the cost price, CP of x square feet of plot B Y, which is actually given as rupees 4,80,000. So in solving the problem, we will use the letter Y instead of 4,80,000, because it will be tedious to write 4,80,000 again and again in solving the problem. So basically the value of Y is 4,80,000. So we are assuming that the area of the plot is x square feet, and its total price, which is given to be 4,80,000, uh, we are we will be using the letter Y for the cost price of the land, which is actually 4,80,000. Okay. Now he sells 250. So this implies, so from here we can say that cost price of 1 square feet plot, what is happening? 1 square feet plot is equal to x y by x. Y is the cost of x square feet of plot, and so therefore the cost of 1 square feet of plot should be y by x. Now, okay, now he sells 2/5 of it at a loss of 6%. He sells 2/5 of it at a loss of 6%. So CP of 2 by 2/5 of x, CP cost price of 2/5 of plot will be equal to the cost price of 2/5 of the plot, entire plot will be equal to the CP of 2/5 of the entire plot is 2 by 5 multiplied by the entire area of the plot, which is x. Cost price of this square feet plot, this will be equal to uh, since cost price of 1 square feet plot is y by x, so therefore cost price of 2 by so this is equal to cost price of 2x by 5 square feet. This will be equal to uh, cost price of 1 square feet plot is y by x, so therefore cost price of 2x by 5 square feet will be y by x multiplied by 2x by 5, which is equal to x cancels out, we add 2y by 5. Okay. Now selling price, it is given that Ahmed sells 2/5 of it at loss of 6%. So selling price of 2/5 of plot then will be equal to, since there is a loss of 6%, it should be equal to 6% less 6% less than the cost price of 2/5 of the plot, which is 2y by 5. This is equal to 6% less means 100 minus 6% of 2y by 5. This is equal to 100 minus 6 is 94. 94% of 2y by 5. This is equal to 94 divided by 100 multiplied by 2y by 5. Okay. Let it be like this. So this is the selling price of 2/5 of the plot. Okay. Now it is asking at what gain percent should he sell the remaining part of the plot to gain 10% on the whole. to gain 10% on the whole. Okay. Uh, so for total gain of 10%, we must have selling price of plot should be equal to 10% more than the cost price of the entire plot, which is uh, y. We have assumed that the cost price of x square feet of plot be y, more than y. So this is equal to 10% more means 100 plus 10% y, which is equal to 110% y, which is equal to 110 divided by 100 multiplied by y, which is equal to 11y by 10. So when we have assumed that the cost price of the entire plot is y, and to make an overall gain of 10% on the plot, the selling price should be 11y by 10. This is the total selling price of the plot. Now we have already computed that the selling price of the 2/5 of the plot is 94 by 100 multiplied by 2y by 5. So therefore we must have selling price if 2/5 of the plot. So what is the remaining plot? The remaining plot is the total plot is x square feet. So x minus 2/5 of the plot means 2x by 5. So the selling price of the remaining plot is x minus 2x by 5. So the selling price of this remaining plot square feet plot should be equal to the total selling price, which is 11y by 10 minus the selling price of the 2/5 of the plot, which is 94 multiplied by 2y divided by 500. So this must be the selling price of the remaining square feet plot. Okay. We have to simplify this. Okay, let's do it. This is 11 y by 10 and minus 94 into 2 is 188 y by 500. If you simplify this will be 50. 50. So 550 y minus 188 y divided by 500. This is equal to 2, 10, 9, 1, 2, 3. 312 y by 500. This is the selling price of the remaining plot, which is, so this implies that selling price of x minus 2x by 5 is 3x by 5. 3x by 5 square feet plot is equal to 312 y by 500. Now, what is the selling price of 3x by 5 square feet plot is the remaining plot. Now this should be the selling price, that is 312 by 500. Now to find the gain percent, we must compute the cost price of 3x by 5 square feet of plot. Now cost price of 3x by y square feet plot is equal to, we know that it will be a y by x is the cost price of 1 square feet plot. So this must be equal to y by x multiplied by 3x by 5, which is equal to 3y by 5. 3y by 5 is the cost price of 3x by 5 square feet plot. Now 3x by 5 square feet plot is the remaining plot. So we have this as the selling price of the remaining plot and this as the cost price of the remaining plot, and we have to now find the gain percent. So this implies gain for 3x by square feet plot is equal to 312 by 500 minus 3y by 5. This after simplification is 312y minus 100. So 300y divided by 500, which is equal to 12y by 500. So this is the gain. This is the gain that must be made on selling the remaining plot. The remaining plot is 3x by 5 square feet plot. So we have to find the now gain percent. Now the cost price of this remaining plot, which is 3x by 5 square feet, was 3y by 5. So therefore gain percent that has to be made in selling the remaining plot should be equal to gain divided by CP multiplied by 100, this much percentage. Now the gain has to be, the gain we have found to be 12y by 500. And what is the cost price of the remaining plot? That is 3x by 5 square feet plot. It is 3y by 5, and this we have multiplied by 100, this much percentage. Now if we simplify this, this will be equal to 12y multiplied by 5 multiplied by 100 divided by 500 multiplied by 3y, this much percentage. So 500 cancels 500, y cancels y, and 3 divides 12 with 4. So this is equal to 4%. So the remaining plot has to be sold at 4% gain, so that the overall gain is 10%. This was a little bit complex and lengthy calculative problem. But if you have the basics, if your basics is strong, you can solve it properly. It may take some time, but that is not the problem. Always go by the basics and do not try to remember a lot of formulas. Always try to have the basics strong, apply the basic formula concepts, and solve the problem slowly, step by step. Okay, let's do the problem number, the last problem, that is problem number 34. A grocer bought sugar worth of rupees 4,500. He sold 1/3 of it at a gain of 10%. At what gain percent must the remaining sugar be sold to have a gain of 12% of the whole? Now this is exactly, the pattern of this question is exactly the same as question number 33. But let's try solve it anyway. Okay, a grocer bought sugar worth of 4,500. So the cost price of the entire sugar is cost Okay, so since the amount of sugar is not given, uh, you can always assume let total amount of sugar be X. I'm ignoring the units. You can consider it as X kg. Also, uh, the price of the sugar, that is the per kg, is also not given. Now, in this problem also, as you will see that the figure rupees 4,500, which is the cost price of the total sugar, will not be used at all in solving the problem. So this kind of small observation uh, you should make, and you will realize after solving a lot of problem. So instead of using the cost price of the whole sugar, which is 4,500, and doing the calculation, it will be a waste of time. So let the total amount of sugar be X, and also let um, in the previous problem we assume the area of the plot, and okay, also let a cost CP of X, let's say this be X kg. So X kg, uh, let CP of X kg of sugar be Y, which is actually given as rupees 4,000 for 4,500. But this figure 4,500, you will see, will not be used at all in solving the problem. That is the reason I am just considering a letter Y as the value of 4,500. So I am assuming that X kg of sugar, the cost of X kg, that is the CP of X kg of sugar, be Y. And also I have assumed that the total sugar that was purchased at rupees 4,500 is X kg. So this will imply that CP of 1 kg sugar, CP of 1 kg sugar will be equal to uh, Y by X. Okay. Now it is given that he sold 1/3 of it at a gain of 10%. He sold 1/3 of it at a gain of 10%. Okay. Now 1/3 of X kg sugar is equal to 1 by 3 multiplied by X kg. That is, it is equal to X by 3 kg. Okay. Now, so remaining sugar will be equal to X minus X by 3 kg, which is equal to 2X by 3 kg. Okay, now 1/3 of the sugar, that is X by 3 kg of the sugar, was sold at gain of 10%. So we can say that SP, selling price of X by 3 kg of sugar is equal to, since it was sold at 10% gain of 10%, we can say it is 10% more than CP of X by 3 kg sugar. One-third of the sugar, which is equal to X by 3. So this 1/3 of the sugar was sold at a 10% gain. So we can say that the selling price of X by 3 kg of sugar is equal to 10% more than the cost price of X by 3 kg sugar. Now this is equal to 10% more means 100 plus 10%. Now after more than Cp of x by 3 sugar, Cp of cost price of x by 3 sugar will be uh, y by x multiplied by x by 3, since cost price of 1 kg sugar is y by x. So this implies 110% of y by x multiplied by x by 3 is y by 3. This is equal to 110 y by 3 into 100. This is equal to 11 y by 30. So the selling price of 1/3 of the sugar is 11 y by 30. Okay. Now it is asking at what gain percent must the remaining sugar be sold to have a gain of 12% on the whole. Okay. So the selling price of the 1/3 of the sugar is 11 by 30. Okay. Now we have to find what should be the selling price of the entire sugar so that the grocer makes a gain of 12% of the whole. So for 12% gain, for 12% gain on whole, we can say selling price of the entire sugar, that is x kg sugar, the selling price of x kg sugar should be equal to 12% more than cost price of x kg sugar. This is equal to 12% more means 100 plus 12%. Now of it will be cost price of x kg sugar, which we have assumed to be y. In the beginning we have assumed the total amount of sugar to be x kg and the cost price of x kg of sugar is y, where in the problem it is given that y is equal to 4500, but since we know that this figure 4500 will not be used, that is the reason we have assumed the cost price of the entire sugar to be y. So we have this is equal to 112% of y. This is equal to 112 divided by 100 multiplied by y. Okay, so this should be the selling price of the entire sugar. And also we have found that the selling price of the 1/3 of the sugar is 11 by 30. Now what should be the selling price of the remaining sugar, which is the remaining sugar was 2x by 3. So we can say that SP of remaining, which is 2x by 3 kg sugar, should be equal to the total selling price, which is 112y by 100 minus the selling price of the 1/3 of the sugar, which is 11 by 30. This should be the selling price of the remaining 2x by 3 kg sugar, which whose gain percentage we have to find. Okay, now this is equal to the LCM will be 300. So 336y minus 10, which is 110y divided by 300. This is equal to 6 and 2 and 2 y by 300. So this is the selling price of the remaining amount of sugar. Okay. Now cost price. What is the cost price? Cost price of 2x by 3 kg sugar. We need to find the cost price of 2x by 3 kg sugar. Only then we can find the gain percent. Gain, and from gain we can find the gain percent. So cost price of 2x by 3 kg sugar should be equal to y by x multiplied by 2x by 3. Y by x is the cost price of 1 kg sugar. So this is equal to 2y by 3. So this is the 2y by 3 is the cost price of the remaining sugar, that is 2x by 3 kg sugar, and the selling price of the remaining sugar, that is remaining sugar means 2x by 3 kg sugar, its selling price is 226y by 300. This implies the gain must be gain should be equal to 226y by 300 minus 2y by 3. This must be the gain made. This is the gain of in selling the remaining sugar, that is the 2x by 3. If we simplify this, this is 226y minus 200y divided by 300. This is equal to 26y by 300. So this is the gain that must be made in selling the remaining amount of sugar, and based on the cost price of the remaining sugar. So we can say that the gain percent should be equal to gain by cost price multiplied by 100, this much percentage. Now gain is 26y by 300, this is the gain, and the cost price of the remaining sugar, that is 2x by 3 kg sugar, is 2y by 3. 2y by 3, this multiplied by 100, this much percentage. If we simplify this, we get 26y multiplied by 3 multiplied by 100 divided by 300 multiplied by 2y. 300 cancels out, y cancels out, 2 divides 12 with 13. So the answer is 13%. That is, the remaining sugar must be sold at 13% gain. Then only there will be a gain of 12% on the whole. But I think 12% on the whole. Okay. So the answer is 13% gain. So this brings to an end in solving all the problems of the word problems from the exercise 10A. These are a good set of problems. You must always try to solve these on your own, and of course you can refer this solution video if you are stuck at any problem. So this will be a good set of problem to test your understanding of the basic concepts of profit and loss, that is selling price, cost price, gain, profit, loss, gain percent, loss percent, and overheads. So the more problem you solve, the more variety of problems you will come across, and you can evaluate your understanding of the concept. So if this video was beneficial, please like it, share it with your friends, and once again, please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. I think after this, after exercise 10A, there will be the topic of discount and marked price, list price, and marked price, list price. There was one topic I forgot. Anyway, the next topic is about discounts. So we will discuss about discounts in the next video, that is part 4 video. So please stay tuned for that video, and also keep an eye on the playlist of Maths 8 Hot, where I will soon start preparing and solving 10 good problems in each set on this chapter of profit and loss. So that is all for this video. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.